What? What'd you think I was about to do, perverts? My hands are dry. I'll see you later. Welcome to the Dead Couch, everybody. My name is Justin. Thanks for stopping by today, and thank you for clicking on today's video. I really do appreciate it. Also, let me know in the comments what you have picked up from Vinegar Syndrome. Did you guys pick up anything from the Black Friday sale? I know I picked up a good amount of titles here, and that's what we're gonna talk about. This is the Dead Couch. This is my second channel. This is my collecting channel where I talk about physical media and toys and all that fun, nerdy shit. My main channel, Movie Watch Daily, I post movie reviews weekly, movie news, trailer reactions, all of that stuff. I just posted my review for Christmas Bloody Christmas. I did Violent Night, Speak No Evil, tons of stuff, Bones and all. Always reviews coming out over there, but today, you're here for the main event to talk about the Vinegar Syndrome Black Friday haul, so let's just get into it. I did go not as crazy as some people I've seen, but I did get a good mix of titles, and most of these, if not, I think everything but 2 titles are all blind buys. I haven't seen any of these movies, so I'm pretty excited. Oh, actually, I've seen a couple of these. I'll talk about what I've seen and which ones were blind buys. Most of them were blind buys. I think I'm seeing 3 movies that I've seen. So I love Vinegar Syndrome. I think they are doing the absolute, bar none, best work out of anybody as far as packaging a Blu-ray. Yes, some of their movies may be hit or miss for some people, I get it, but now they're starting to, as they've made the name for themselves, they're getting bigger and bigger titles, including the first one we're gonna go over today, and that is Roadhouse, the 4th VSU title. The first one, I believe, was Beastmaster, then they did, I'm losing track of all of them. I'll put them up on the screen because I can't remember them all, but the VSU titles is an incredible line. It's pretty much the top of the line, top tier edition that Vinegar Syndrome will put out, and this is probably their biggest title yet. At first it was Beastmaster, and now we have Roadhouse, and this edition, guys, it's amazing. I don't know, I know that word is played out, but there's really no other way to describe this release. First of all, it comes in this really cool box. This is really hard cardstock with a magnet closing deal with artwork everywhere. That's the thing with Vinegar Syndrome. There's going to be art. Every time you open a book or open the case or pull out a card, it's going to be some new artwork, and it's just amazing. So we have, and this is Devin the Dude Designs. Devin Whitehead, I think is his name. He does a lot of stuff for Vinegar Syndrome and Cavity Colors and Scream Factory. I can't talk today. And he just knocked it out of the park. This is a little bit more realism than he usually does. Usually he has kind of the over-the-top kind of cartoonish neon stuff, and this is really, really cool. So you got the box, you have the slipcover, which is really, really nice. I love that cover art. It looks really, really dope. And then on the inside, it does have reversible artwork. This is the 4K edition. You get 2 Blu-rays and a 4K with this, and it's awesome. And you also get a booklet. What's in the booklet here? A saucy, baby oil lathered Patrick Swayze, and just, I don't know, write-ups by different writers and stuff like that. Really, really cool. And we'll go over the titles that I have seen before. Next up, Hobgoblins. I watched this in preparation for the Rad Pack episode we did, where we did creature features, or Little Rubber Monster episode. Again, this artwork is just amazing. They go above and beyond to make these, that's why they get a lot of people blind buying their shit, because it's just so cool. So you have really cool artwork on the front, and I haven't opened this one too yet, but you have the reverse artwork on this, and I'm assuming there's probably, these are all unopened. I don't want to open everything. Maybe if I do a review on these, I'll open them up, but tons of special features. You got a 2K scan from the negative. You have archival commentary track, brand new making of featurette, brand new interview with Hobgoblin Creature Fabricator, Hobgoblins, the making of a disaster piece featurette, Hobgoblins Invade Comic-Con featurette. That must have been from back in the day. Reversible artwork and English subtitles. So cool. It's such a dumb movie, but I get a kick out of it. Another one that I have seen, this is the Tammy and the T-Rex. I went ahead and picked up the alternate slipcover. I have the, what do you call it? The, I don't know, the holographic where you move it around and shit move. I'm forgetting the term, and this is cool. They did these for a few titles. They had, I think it was Night Beast, this one, and maybe one or two of the other ones, this alternate slipcover. They got the business down where they can sell a piece of cardboard like this for $6 or $7. And what was the other one that I had seen? Because I know there was at least one. Oh yeah, this is a movie that quietly got a VSA release. This is the 17th VSA release that, surprisingly, everybody that I talked to, nobody had seen this movie. This was, I think it was an HBO original that came out way back in the day. I think it was 1997. I think it was 1995. I remember watching this on HBO back in the day. It's got a killer twist at the end. It has Anthony Michael Hall. It's such a unique movie about these guys, a couple guys that escape from prison.
You ever hear the one about the grave? The grave?
It's been so long since I've seen it, I can't remember all the individual plot points, but it's a really dark, strange, well-made movie, and it's just really cool, and I'm so glad they put out this edition. I will say this, I am not a fan of the top-loading slipcovers. I don't like it. This still has the plastic on it. When you don't have the plastic on these, it's kind of difficult to get this back in without the bottom of the slipcover catching the top of the plastic here where it holds in the artwork. And I don't love that. I wish they would kind of maybe make it fit a little bit looser, but I prefer the side loading deals. Even with the plastic on, it's still kind of hard to get on. But if you guys have not seen The Grave, check this one out. I don't know, it's been a super long time since I've seen it, so I don't know if I would suggest a blind buy for it. Maybe watch it on HBO or stream it before you buy it, but this is definitely a movie I recommend. I kind of want to bring back, I'm going to resurrect on my main channel my Lost in the Shuffle series, and this is a classic example of a Lost in the Shuffle movie, or maybe it came from the 90s on this channel. I'll figure it out, but definitely check out The Grave. And now we're gonna get weird with it, and we're gonna get into all the blind buys. I'm on my Michelle Bauer. Oh, I have it down here. I just picked up Witch Academy from Makeflix, but I like these old shot-on-video movies, and this one stars Michelle Bauer, who was in my favorite, one of my favorite Linnea Quigley movies, Nightmare Sisters. She was one of the 3 leads in that. She's been in a ton of garbage movies from back in the day, but this is Red Lips. Michelle Bauer and the artwork really captured my attention on this. Desperate for cash, young Caroline agrees to be injected with an experimental serum by an unscrupulous blood bank doctor. She soon finds herself transformed into a ravenous vampire, stalking the streets of New York City with an unquenchable lust for blood. And it's shot on video, and it looks cool. I love the artwork on this, and I'm down for it. I'm sure it has lots of tits and blood and trash and garbage, and that's what I like in my life. Tits and blood and trash and garbage. The Justin Howard story. Next up, and I think what's funny is I ordered some of these and I showed Garrett from Born to Be Rad my list of movies, and he's like, dude, you just bought nothing but smut. I didn't realize that I bought so much smut, but apparently I did. It's kind of a gamble when you buy Vinegar Syndrome. I just looked at the covers and I read the descriptions, and I don't know much about these movies. So this one just sounded super interesting. This is Air Doll, and it was on sale for less than 20 bucks. A present-day fable for the increasing disconnect of urban life, Air Doll transports the Galata myth to present-day Tokyo. A life-size Air Doll lives in a shabby apartment. She cannot speak, she cannot move, but she is the only companion her middle-aged master has. He talks to her, puts her in a bath, and makes love with her every night as he returns to work. This routine life is disrupted when fantasy turns to reality when the Air Doll suddenly comes to life. Fascinated by everything she sees, she doesn't understand what is going on around her, but sees a world waiting to be explored outside the apartment. So it sounds like it could be like kind of a mannequin style movie. Just sounded really intriguing, and it looked like it was shot really well. This is from 2009. So I don't know, it just looked really interesting to me, so I bought it. The next is Shatter Dead. This is another one of the Saturn's Core. Saturn's Core is one of the Vinegar Syndrome partner labels for the shot on video stuff. And this one looks cool. The back of the slipcover says God hates you. And it has this little cutout die-cast slipcover that you can see the face on the front of that. And my buddy Matt's calling me. Hey man, I'm filming a video, bro.
Alright.
What are you doing?
Watching the Chiefs, man. Sports ball.
Yeah, sports rule, man. I love sports. Did you see my message? We going to Avatar on Thursday?
Yeah, let me double check my calendar tomorrow, but I should be good, man.
Yeah. Check that calendar, man. I know you got a lot going on, but you just get back with me and you let me know, okay, buddy?
Are we gonna get high?
Man, I'm on, dude, people don't know I do that. I'm on video right now. People don't know I do that stuff.
Oh, my bad. All right, yeah, dude, I'll check the calendar.
Was that just a practical joke?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, fuck yeah, we're gonna get high as balls and watch Avatar in 3D. Are you fucking kidding me?
Very cool, man. Yeah.
Very cool, my dude.
All right.
All right, later. Back to your regularly scheduled programming. When the angel of death impregnates a mortal woman, the dead cease to die, and the world becomes inexplicably populated with morose and disenfranchised zombies whose primary desire is to coexist with the living during their never-ending plight on Earth. Now, that sounds super high concept for a low-budget or micro-budget movie, but it sounds interesting to me. So, and this is one of the ones that I was really excited about, The Invisible Maniac. Now, I think this originally came with some kind of lenticular. That's the word that I was fucking looking for. Lenticular cover. This had an alternate slipcover that I believe sold out. This one looked really cool. I love the slipcover on that, obviously. And this one, ever since he was a child, Kevin Dornwinkle wanted nothing more than the ability to spy on naked women. Traumatized for life when his prudish mother discovers his bedroom telescope pointed at the window of a nude and nubile neighbor, Kevin puts all his focus onto his other interest, science. Decades later, and now a respected physicist, Dr. Dornwinkle has made his greatest discovery yet, molecular reorganization serum. So now he's basically an invisible person who, I guess, spies on and murders women. This is a 4K release, so I'm super excited for that one. Looks very, very cool. Next up, Don't Open Till Christmas. This one I will be reviewing this week, or hopefully within the next week or so. I guess I better blur that out. There's some boobies on the cover, classic Vinegar syndrome. This is one I don't even know if I had heard of, to be quite honest with you. I've never seen it. This is from 1984. It's just days before Christmas in London, but not everybody is in full of good cheer. As a maniac with this pathological hatred of Santa Claus stalks the streets, butchering any man that's unlucky enough to be wandering around dressed as Old Saint Nick. So it looks like he kills Santa Clauses. Not restricting himself to any method of murder, the twisted killer dishes out on stabbings, gunshots, castration, even burns the face of one poor Santa on his own roasting chestnuts. Sounds fun. Can't wait to check it out. It sounds super sleazy and it just looks right up my alley. Next up is Reform School Girls. The Pridemore Juvenile Detention Facility isn't just a place for troubled teen girls to serve their time. Instead, it's a living hell filled with sexual depravity and violence. Jenny, a fresh inmate, becomes the de facto protector of Lisa, an innocent young girl forced to be a plaything to anyone after her body. So I think Garrett hit the nail on the head. I think I did get a lot of sleeves here, but you know what? I fucking love sleeves. I'm unapologetic about that. So bring it on. Bring on the trash, bring on the garbage. Next up, Girls' School Screamers. The finishing school that finished them off. This has an amazing cover. I love that. At an exclusive all-girls college, a group of chronically misbehaving students are rewarded for their bad behavior by being assigned with the task of cleaning a magnificent old mansion in preparations for its grand reopening by the school. But when the girls discover and use a dusty old Ouija board, they accidentally revive a terrifying evil spirit which begins dispatching them by cleaver, hook, and car. Can they put an end to the carnage before none are left to survive? I don't know. I guess only time will tell. We will find out in Girls' School Screamers. Very cool. This is one that I kind of passed on. The slipcover caught my attention a couple months ago, and I read the description, and it sounded interesting. But then I can't remember, I saw somebody on a podcast talking about it. I wish I could remember the podcast. This movie just sounded depraved and disgusting, and I saw a couple clips of it, and it just looks like a disgusting, gross out movie, which is just right up my alley. From the mind of Peter Vack, we follow the story of Ada and Aaron, two young recovering addicts who meet in their psychoanalyst office, fall in love, relapse on poppers, and become the biggest assholes in New York City. Dubbed by critics as one of the most disgusting movies ever made, a surreal comic masterpiece, the cinematic equivalent of getting a face tattoo, the first authentic cult movie of the millennial generation. The Goatsy of cinema. If you guys know what Goatsy is, that's a bold statement. That's a bold statement to call this movie the Goatsy of cinema. That is truly disgusting. 74 minutes of insane joy. Assholes is a debaucherous romantic comedy of excess and their asshole on all of this. This was the official South by Southwest winner in 2017. To me, the description of this movie kind of makes me think it's like a throwback to like John Waters style stuff, like Pink Flamingos and the gross out stuff that he did in the late 60s and early 70s. So I'm all over this. I can't wait to check it out. And next up, this is one that I honestly didn't know much about either. The Cardona Collection, Treasure of the Amazon, Triangle, The Bermuda Mystery, and Cyclone. I really know nothing about this. It was getting low. I think it was getting low in the count. And this is volume 1. So I wanted to check it out. Rene Cardona was the king of Mexican exploitation cinema throughout the 70s and 80s, directing dozens of films in a variety of genres and taking creative inspiration from the most popular trends in America and Italian genre cinema. Vinegar Syndrome presents the Cardona Collection, Volume 1, containing 3 of his violent, horror-tinged adventure and disaster movies, all newly restored from their original negatives. So I won't read all the descriptions, but you guys, are you guys familiar with this? I don't even think I'd ever heard of this filmmaker, but it sounded interesting. There's a couple more that I do want to get, but the numbers, I wanted to grab the ones that I saw the numbers kind of going down on. There's still a couple more that I want to get, but of the new releases, I definitely want to get the Homegrown Horror Collection, and I want to get Freeway. But I figured I had some time on those, so I kind of held off from getting them. So let me know what you guys think of this stack. I know I got some weird ones. I know there's going to be a lot of people who think these movies are just garbage, but to me, one man's trash is another man's sleazy treasure, and that's just where I am in my life, I guess. So, guys, I think we're done here. Stay weird. Remember to always be yourself, and I will see you guys in the next one. More content coming very soon. We'll see you.
It can happen anywhere. That itch you can't scratch, embarrassing odor, you don't feel like yourself. Vagisil medicated wipes relieves itch, odor, even cleanses. Fast. Be the woman you want to be 100% of the time. Vagisil.